Hey folks, here's a fun one that I'm pretty sure will start some sort of fire in the comments, but oh well. Um, I've experimented with a lot of diets in my lifetime and a couple different reasons. First of all, I'm kind of a quasi off and on health nut throughout different parts of my life I've been. And second of all, I'm just a scientist that's pretty curious and pretty interested in these amazing meat vehicles that the amazing man upstairs has, blessed us with. So I've done all sorts of different things. And I've actually even tried veganism before. Hold up, wait a minute. But before you call my man card into question, let me explain. I was just trying all sorts of weird diets and stuff out, and I was actually in a situation where I couldn't refrigerate a lot of food, so I kind of fell into it by default. I gotta admit, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either, but it wasn't terrible. I could see it having some use, maybe on a short-term thing, clean the system out, something to that effect. But anyway, I don't have an issue personally with someone if they are, and I love vegetables and fruits as much as the next person, but what I do take issue with is ethical veganism. And now, granted, it's kind of died down a little bit, thank God. I mean, during the 20 teens, it was just all the rage on social media. You had all these goofy people going crazy about it. I always like to say, if you don't know something, ask a vegan because they know everything. But yeah, my thoughts on it. So first of all, I want to say I'm not for cruelty to animals, making them suffer, none of that sort of stuff. Yes, there's a lot of things wrong with factory farming, but farming in and of itself, it's not a bad thing. Matter of fact, I had a very good friend of mine, a dairy farmer actually, he put it into perspective for me. Because I asked him, I said, what are your thoughts on all the animal ethics and everything? And he looked me in the eye and he said, Zachary, let me ask you a question. So, okay, he goes, how would you feel if I told you that you were only going to have one bad day in your entire life? And until that bad day comes, you are going to be pampered, waited on hand and foot, and treated like a king. I said, that'd be pretty good. He goes, and you only have one bad day, and it's the very end. I said, touche. So, yeah, anyway, that got me to thinking, and I thought to myself, in order to say that, oh, we shouldn't eat animals, that we're this moral or whatever, is really kind of putting ourselves on a platform above animals. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm no better or worse than any of these creatures. I just so happen to be part of the evolutionary line that won, okay? That's all it is, And as long as we're not being cruel, then that's part of being at the top of the food. But let's just say, just for sake of argument, for any of these ethical vegans out here, let's just say we take the grounds that, hey, cows and pigs, they are intelligent beings and they shouldn't be killed for food. And perhaps you may have a case for that. As I've said many times before, I see animals as individuals, much like I do people, and I judge all animals just like I judge people, individually based on their own merit. But you don't have to go vegan just because, let's just say if hypothetically chickens and cows are intelligent and they're all great, amazing, wonderful ones, because chickens still exist. And I'm not saying, of course I do judge things individually, and I'm not saying that there is not that one amazing chicken that's going to one day come into my life and she's going to and I'm just going to, oh, you're such a sweetheart, and I'm just going to cuddle and bond with her. And yeah, I'm not going to eat her. She's going to be my friend. She's my ally. She's on my side. But yeah, I don't see that happening. Now, one of my greatest heroes in life and one of my biggest inspirations of being a public speaker and a writer is Mr. George Carlin, rest in peace. And there's so many great things that he said, but I got to call him out on this. There was one bit where he says, chickens are good people. And I'm sorry, rest in peace, Mr. Carlin, but you're absolutely wrong. Chickens are evil, cruel, heartless little monsters. If you don't believe me, raise a few. And after you've raised a few chickens, I want you to think about something. Ask yourself this. If chickens were 9 foot tall and weighed 600 pounds, and they were at the top of the food chain, do you think they'd ever stop and go, bark, bark, should I eat humans or not? I'm an intelligent being. No. They would find every last one of us and peck us till we are extinct. So no, I don't have any problem devouring chickens or turkeys or any other goofy fowl that would reestablish the terror bird era of millions of years ago if they were at the top of the food chain. Matter of fact, chickens are lucky that we treat them as well as we do, even in factory farms. Thanks, folks. That's all I got.